Daf Yomi, Tractate Bava Batra, page 17a, top of the page, with the words Me'ein Olam Haba. A taste of the world to come. Eluhain, Avraham, Yitzchak, v'Yaakov. Avraham dichsiv bei bakol. Yitzchak dichsiv bei mikol. Yaakov dichsiv bei kol. They are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Abraham, as it is written, with regard to him, and the Lord blessed Abraham with everything. Genesis 24:1. Isaac, as it is written with regard to him, and I have eaten from everything. Genesis 27:33. Jacob, as it is written with regard to him, because I have everything. Genesis 33:11. This teaches that already in their lifetimes they merited everything. In other words, perfection. The word kol is gematria 50. Kol, there must be some secret here. So let's just have a look. And it's something that I recommend to anyone who might be inclined, is to have a gematria calculator, so you can check the gematria right away. So 50, Kol is also 50 in Atbash. That's very interesting. Kol is the center. It's a very nice derivation. That usually when you have a word, I don't know, for example, let's take Yaakov, for example. Okay? Yaakov, the gematria of Yaakov in regular Hebrew gematria is 182. But if you do Atbash is the reverse, which means that if Aleph is 1 and Beis is 2 and Gimel is 3, so it flips the Aleph Beis around and it says Taf is 1, Shin is 2. It's the reverse because Aleph is Taf and Beis is Shin. So if you do Atbash, it's going to be totally different. 182 and Atbash Yaakov is 351. But the word kol is the same. It's right at the center. It's at the equator of the. It's because they're the middle. You reach the middle. And my own mnemonic to remember that was kol hayam, the whole ocean. That kaf is lamed and yud is mem. And that's the center of the Atbash cipher, and that's why those numerical, they're equivalencies. So if you have the same, so kol. So all that to say that it's significant that this word is used to unite all of the avos, the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, in terms of what they were blessed with. There were 3 people over whom the evil inclination had no sway. They are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as it is written with regard to them respectively, with everything, from everything, and everything. The completeness of their blessings means that they did not have to contend with their evil inclinations. And some say that even David was not subject to his evil inclination, as it is written, and my heart had died within me. Psalms. Now we have to take whatever, I think those who will have a lot of questions on this one, but we'll leave it at that. Psalms 109:22, meaning that the evil inclination in his heart was nullified, as if his heart had died. And how does the other authority, who does not include David in this list, explain the verse? He is mentioning his travails. David means to say that his heart died within him, owing to all the suffering he endured, but he says nothing about his evil inclination. We still have stories of King David that clearly involves just the words of the verse. He said Chatasi. He said I have sinned. Chatasi Lashem, I think it is. So these are just points to think about. The sages taught there were 6 people over whom the angel of death had no sway in their demise. They're Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses, Aaron, and Miriam. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as it is written with regard to them, respectively, with everything, from everything, and everything. Since they were blessed with everything, they were certainly spared the anguish of the angel of death. Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, as it is written with regard to them, that they died by the mouth of the Lord. Numbers 33:38, Deuteronomy 34, verse 5, which indicates that they died with a kiss and not at the hand of the angel of death. The Gemara asks, but with regard to Miriam, it is not written by the mouth of the Lord. Rabbi Elazar says, Miriam also died with a kiss, as this is learned through a verbal analogy between the word there, mentioned in regard to Miriam, and Miriam died there. Numbers 20, verse 1, the word there, mentioned in regard to Moses, and Moses died there. Deuteronomy 34, verse 5 and 4. What reason is by the mouth of the Lord not stated with regard to her? It is unseemly to mention death by a kiss with regard to a woman. The sages taught there were 7 people over whom the worm and the maggot had no sway. They are Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, and Benjamin, son of Jacob, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, as is written with regard to them, respectively, with everything, from everything, and everything. Moses, Aaron, and Miriam, as is written with regard to them, by the mouth of the Lord. Benjamin, son of Jacob, as it is written, and to Benjamin he said, the beloved of the Lord, he shall dwell in safety by him. Deuteronomy 33:12, even in death he rests securely, unbothered by worms. And some say, even David is included, as it is written, my flesh also dwells secure. Psalms Af Pesori Yishkon Levetach. Psalm 16 verse 9, the Gemara asked, and how does the other authority, who does not include David, explain this? The Gemara answers, he is asking for mercy, that his flesh should dwell there, to dwell secure, and not be subject to worms and maggots. But his request was denied. Tanu Rabbanan, the sages taught in Brisa, there were 4 people who died, only because of the counsel of the primordial snake, in the wake of which all humanity became mortal, and not on account of any personal sin. They are Benjamin, son of Jacob, Amram, the father of Moses, Yishai, the father of David, and Kiliav, the son of David. And all of these are known through tradition except for Yishai, the father of David, with regard to whom it is written explicitly. And Absalom placed Amasa over the army instead of Joab. And Amasa was the son of a man whose name was Ithra the Israelite. Ushmo Yitra ha-Yisraeli, who engaged in intercourse with Abigail, daughter of Nahash, the sister of Zeruiah, the mother of Joab. 2 Samuel 17:25. But was Abigail the daughter of Nahash? Was she not the daughter of Yishai, as it is written, and the sisters were Zeruiah and Abigail? 1 Chronicles 2:16. Rather, she was called the daughter of Nahash to indicate that she was the daughter of the one who died, only because the counsel of the snake. Well, excuse me. Hadran Allah Hashutvim. Hadran Allah Hashutvim. Hadran Allah Hashutvim. This concludes the first chapter of Bava, which is called Hashutvim. Hadran Allah Hashutvim is Gematria 1230. Divided by 6 is 205. Which is the area code of Montgomery, Alabama. Or Mobile. I forgot. Let me see. 205 area code. Let's see. 205. Shabbat Machzol. Area code 205 is located in the central parts of Alabama, including Birmingham, Tuscaloosa, Hoover, Northport, Jasper, Oneida, Clanton, and Pell City. Well, there you have it, folks. It also covers several countries, including Jefferson, Shelby, and Tuscaloosa, which together have more than 1 million residents. Shabbat Machazol, Mosh Ilu Yarzol. Weiter in Shas and Poiskin. Hold on, where are we holding here? Time? What you gonna say? What you say? Starting a new perek. Perek 2. Lo Yachpol. לא יחפוד בו סמך לבוירה של חברוי ולא יסיח לאמור למחמורים ולא יניברס כבסין אלא אם כן ירחיק בכויס את חברוי שלושת טבוחים beside seed. A person may not dig a pit close to the pit of another in order to avoid damaging the latter's pit. And similarly, one may not dig a ditch nor a cave, which is a covered pit, nor a water channel, nor launderer's pond, which is a pit used for washing clothes, unless he distances all of these 3 handbreadths from the wall of another, and he plasters lime on the place where there is water. And one must distance the solid residue of produce that has been pressed free of its oil, example, the refuse of olives from which oil has been squeezed, and animal manure, and salt, and lime, all the good stuff, and rocks, 3 handbreadths from the wall of another, as all of these enters heat and can damage the wall. Or, alternatively, he may plaster the wall with lime to prevent damage. One must likewise distance seeds. In other words, one may not plant seeds, and one may not operate the plow, and one must eliminate urine, 3 handbreadths from the wall of another. The Mishnah continues, and one must distance a mill from a neighbor's wall by 3 handbreadths from the lower stone of the mill, which is 4 handbreadths from the smaller upper stone of the mill. And there must be a distance of 3 handbreadths from the protruding base of an oven into the wall, which is 4 handbreadths from the narrow upper rim of the oven. This concludes Daf 17a of Bava.